Our next story is from Africa, from the country of Somalia in the east. The US bombed the country on Saturday. It was the first known airstrike ordered by US President Donald Trump in his second term. The target, the Islamic State terror group. Trump put up this video on social media. Take a look at this. The video shows the US bombing some hills. It was targeting caves housing members of the Islamic State Somalia Province. Reports say it was a direct hit. 46 militants were allegedly killed, including 12 foreign fighters. The regional Islamic State leader is said to be among the casualties. President Trump alluded to this in another social media post. He said the US targeted, quote-unquote, senior ISIS attack planner. He's most likely referring to this man, Abdul Qadir Mumin. He was the leader of the Islamic State Somalia Province. Let's take a closer look at the situation on the ground. The build-up to this US airstrike. Somalia has been dealing with terror groups for years. The most infamous is Al-Shabaab. It is linked to Al-Qaeda. And it has been waging war on the Somali government since the year 2012. In 2015, there was a split in Al-Shabaab. Some fighters based in Somalia's Puntland region broke ranks. They chose to ally with the Islamic State instead. And this is the faction that became the Islamic State Somalia Province. And they were the ones targeted in the American strike. As I said, this faction is based in Puntland. It is an autonomous region in Somalia, often at odds with the central government. It acts as an independent region with its own defense forces. They have been carrying out operations against the Islamic State. They began in December. They're working to eradicate the terror group, which has a stronghold in a local mountain range. Puntland and Somalia have been getting help from allied nations, like the US and the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. They have been helping with surveillance and intelligence. The US has an aircraft carrier nearby in the Red Sea, the USS Harry S. Truman. That's how the US was close enough to offer support. So this is the background. On Saturday, Trump gave the go-ahead. He ordered a strike on the Islamic State terrorists hiding in their mountain caves. The US scrambled its jets on the USS Harry S. Truman. FA-18 Super Hornets were deployed. The United States Africa Command, or AFRICOM, released these shots. These are the jets used to strike the Somali terror cell. After the strike, Trump issued a threat. He said, and I quote, "The message to ISIS and all others who would attack Americans is that we will find you and we will kill you." There's absolutely no ambiguity in that. And it may come as a bit of a surprise considering his actions during his first term. Trump had ordered the withdrawal of US troops from Somalia. This was in December 2020, right before he left office. It was Joe Biden who reversed this order. As soon as he took over in 2021, Biden had been working to eradicate the Islamic State in Somalia. He had ordered a strike there in 2023, again in the mountains. That might explain Trump's dig at Biden in his post. He said, and I'm quoting again, "Biden and his cronies wouldn't act quickly enough." Whatever Trump's motivation, the Somali leadership is quite happy with their help. Their president, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, put up this message. He called Trump's leadership bold and decisive. And he also said that Somalia and the US had a shared fight against terrorism. Those were his words. It seems like a move to get Trump to stick around this time. But will it work? Or was this airstrike just one for the road? We'll see in the coming days. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sheryl Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3, 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.